For the second time in a matter of weeks, the U.S. Secretary of State is in North Korea. Mike Pompeo is expected to meet with officials there, presumably to better be prepared for the upcoming Washington-Pyongyang summit. The previous visit to the regime by the ex-CIA chief was veiled in secrecy. But this trip was announced by President Donald Trump himself. Let's connect to our Unification Ministry correspondent, Jung-hee, right now. Jung-hee, what do you have for us at this point? And also, isn't it about time we get more details about plans for the historic summit?
Good evening, Daniel. You're absolutely right. Reports have been coming out over the past couple of hours that U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has met in Pyongyang today with North Korea's Kim Yong-chol. Kim Yong-chol is a close political aide to North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and has been a direct counterpart for Mike Pompeo for the talks over the North Korea-U.S. summit since when Pompeo was head of the CIA. Kim first told Pompeo that Pyongyang has high expectations that the U.S. will play a big role in establishing peace on the Korean Peninsula, and Pompeo responded that the American side is also committed to achieving exactly that. He also expressed hope that the two could work together to solve the conflict despite having been enemies for decades. At this point, that's all we've heard. We're not sure if Pompeo is going to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un or when his trip to Pyongyang will even wrap up, but I'll make sure to bring you the latest as details emerge.
Right, Jung-hee, and of course, finalizing the agenda for the historic meeting must be his top priority while he is there. And we know, of course, President Trump is quite focused on talking about the release of the 3 American detainees. Can we expect any progress on that front as well?
Well, first and foremost, before we get to that point, noting what President Trump has said on Tuesday while Pompeo was en route to Pyongyang, the date and location of the North Korea-U.S. summit are expected to be announced quite soon.
We have our meeting scheduled, we have our meeting set, the location is picked, the time and date, everything is picked, and we look forward to have a very great success. We think relationships are building with North Korea. We'll see how it all works out. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But it can be a great thing for North Korea, South Korea, Japan, and the entire world. We hope it all works out.
And a solid framework for that summit is also expected to be set. As Pompeo has told reporters, this visit is aimed at nailing down some key agendas for a successful meeting between Kim Jong-un and President Trump. Hopes are also high that the 3 Americans detained in North Korea could return to the U.S. with Pompeo, and that's especially because, in contrast to Pompeo's last Pyongyang visit that was completely secret, this visit involves a couple of American reporters raising the prospect that the Trump administration might want to create a dramatic scene. Pompeo has said he had not yet received a commitment from the regime that it'll release the detainees, but he added he'll bring up the issue and expressed hope that North Korea could, quote, do the right thing. Back to you, Daniel.